Okay, here we go, I'm back. Okay, guys, if you could just welcome tonight John Bradwell, who is Terry's best friend, best man at our wedding. Can't say at his wedding, Sam. He's going to be tonight Michael Aspel or Eamon Andrews. Can anybody tell what we're going to be doing? So I'm going to cue the music and then John's going to come. Here we go.
Eamon Andrews. That's if you're ancient like me. Can you hear me at the back? Thank you. This is a real privilege in witness everyone. I can just about see because of the lights. And yeah, fantastic. When he announced it was going to happen on a Sunday evening, I thought, who does that on a Sunday evening? Well, you're all here. So he was right. So a little bit about the subject, Mr. Eckersley tonight. Born 17th, actually his birthday was a few days ago, 17th of September 1961. Oh, there he is. Oh, good. He was a bit of a surprise after too many egg flips one Christmas. And he's written that, not me. And he was the youngest of 5 children to John and Martha, his parents. Here we go. His nephew who's here tonight, Jimmy, which is great. He travelled 60 odd miles just to be here tonight.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
Very good. Yeah. So Terry is the son of a miner who had 51 years service, who worked regular night shifts, and we would only see him on breakfast at Sunday mornings and on holidays. His father also worked in the cotton mill. Was that your father and your mum? Your mum? Oh, mum worked in the cotton mill, on the fruit and veg stall, and was a bread man worker. They were a very industrious working family. The estate on which Terry lived used to tremble when his mum used to shout, "Terry, your tea's ready!" And yes, she was a larger-than-life lady who would capture any audience with a heart of... It was a hard-working, working-class background. Terry grew up exploring the local countryside, and when his dad retired, Terry looked forward to seeing more of it. This is a bit tragic, well, it's not a bit tragic, it is tragic, because the first week of his retirement, Terry's dad died from a heart attack whilst working in the priest's garden. They were Catholics, and he was looking after the garden and died from a heart attack. That event had a radical impact on Terry in that he was, prior to that, he'd been a fairly happy-go-lucky sort of fella. Then he became quite hurt and angry and rebelled and got expelled from school and ended up in local care, which is incredible when you think of what's ultimately happened to him. He was a big music fan, David Bowie, Motown, punk, Doc Martin boots. Have we got pictures of Doc Martin boots? Oh, yeah.
That's Terry.
Wow. Looks like a pop star, didn't he? He joined the band and he wrote his first song at that time. He had various jobs, cleaning windows and selling windows. He did some sign writing at one point, and everything changed in about, I think, the late 1980s, when he had a very profound Christian conversion, and he found himself in Sheffield working at the YMCA on a voluntary basis. That was part-time work, and about that time he did a diploma with Sheffield University, and
That's me.
And achieved his diploma, and we went to the graduation at the Sheffield City Hall, which was great. He then began proper work, as it were, for the YMCA, and he took a post-grad certificate management studies, whatever that is, but anyway, well done. From those days that he met Dario and Wayne and Paul Bennett. Dario's here tonight?
Yeah.
Hi, are you going to come up and say a quick hello?
Yes.
Had to be patient. He bought his first house in Treaton, and by that time I'd become acquainted because I was involved with it's a mouthful, there's Full Gospel Businessman Fellowship International, and somebody told me about this YMCA guy who got a tremendous testimony, so I went to see him to say if he'd come and speak for me, and for the first time ever he said, I'd never come across this. He said, yeah, I'd love to. I'll just check with the leadership. And I thought, what for? I didn't realise that was what you were supposed to do. Check with your leadership, make sure it was okay. And he came and spoke at the dinner, and we subsequently became great pals. And he became actively involved with that, with me for a good 12 months or so. During that time, I'd come across a guy called Michael. I'm going to call him Michael B. I can't remember his name. And I'd had some dealings with him. He was going through a bit of a tough time. So he started coming to church, and he got saved. And Terry and I, we would go out with him, and he had a garage, and he knew all about repairing cars and what have you. So Terry had passed his test. So this Michael said, well, I'll get you a car, I'll get you a slightly damaged one and I'll repair it for you. Anyway, so he got him a green VW Polo with a little bit of damage, possibly a written off one. And Terry just gave him the money and trusted him. And I don't know how many weeks went by when he was supposedly working on this car, but in reality, he didn't do anything on it, so it had to be picked up and trailed away. And I presume you got that repaired, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
In the end.
And that became his first to become part of the YMCA in Southampton, at which point he disappeared to Southampton. But we still kept in touch. And whilst in Southampton, he began getting more involved with media. He went on the BBC show, Thought for Today. He started writing music, and indeed wrote some that was taken up by the ITV on the programme Monkey Business, which was, I think, probably to this day is still on. And it features Terry's music, which is very good. Monkey Business is very appropriate. He then applied for and became the chief exec of the walking YMCA. It wasn't very far, it was walking distance. Sorry, not really that. So he began to build, I think it was a restart on that, wasn't it? And he did a lot of work with youth, and there was a a battle with Steve Jobs over the name, yeah. Housing community, there were 12 youth centres transferred from Surrey County Council, and he seconded hundreds of staff. And that, I said, about that time, so I'm guessing late 90s, early 2000-ish, he started dating and falling in love with Jill. You haven't put anything about your proposal.
You can tell them if you like. Jill, tell them. Let
It
Jill
was,
tell
it
them.
was very romantic. Do you want to share how he proposed it?
It sort of came before getting married, didn't it, really?
Yeah.
Yes, so proposal. It's quite interesting, because I probably shouldn't, Terry's going to tell me after telling the story, but when I first met Terry many, many years ago, I actually thought he was very annoying. don't think
There's a
anybody
running
can
theme
actually
in it.
think that at all.
There's a running theme.
Yeah, I thought, who is this person? He's very annoying. So, can I just tell people, if you have strong feelings about somebody that you meet, it could be the person that you were going to marry in the future. So, anyway, we better move on from that, because Terry's like, don't tell people that. But it just shows you, doesn't it, that we don't always realise when we meet people who they are, and we can sort of think we know that person. So we actually get to know them. So anyway, I'll jump through a lot of story, but yeah, Terry, I was working, I did some part-time work in Southampton, we jumped to Woking. Went down to Woking for 3 months. At the end of that 3 months, I was going to go back to my job in Sheffield. But Terry had other ideas and decided he was going to propose, which was a bit of a surprise because I didn't expect that. So he said, pack a bag, we're going to go somewhere. So I thought, oh, great, that sounds great. He says, oh, we're going to Blackpool, but bring your passport. Oh, great, bring my passport. Right, so very funny. So anyway, we're in London at a place called Chicolones. It's just off Bond Street, Regent Street, all that kind of area, my favourite part of London. Eating this food outside this wonderful restaurant. And then Terry starts doing what seems like a work review. So I'm thinking, oh, okay, how do you think you're getting on and all this? And then as the conversation goes, and he says, well, I just want to propose that we'll get married. So I just burst out laughing. I didn't expect it at all, not the reaction, obviously, somebody who's just proposed wants to get. So he said, well, you better make your mind up because I've already made an appointment at Tiffany's around the corner, and then we're going to go first class on Eurostar to Paris. So what did I say, ladies? Yes. I said yes. I went round the corner and picked this lovely diamond ring. So there we go. Pass back over.
But he used to come to the Holiday Inn, didn't he? And he'd make this crazy sound that used to warn the staff. Woo! 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 And I used to go with him occasionally, yes. And Lee was there. Do you want to say anything, Lee? Yeah, come on.